What a lovely day out. Well, I'm going to do a walk and talk, guys, at the park. Walk around the stadium. Rotate the camera slowly. You guys can see not a cloud in the sky. That's cold. The temperature is like 34 degrees. And it's kind of breezy out. But, I'm going to tell you, after the winter we've been through here, this feels kind of good. The sun's out, it's 34 above freezing. This ain't bad. Look, the ice is melting. Let's go over and take a look. So it's just slightly above freezing, but it's enough. These cars have driven over these ice puddles, and they're melting. There's an ice puddle like that when I was a kid. First year in school. I remember some kid had me right down on the ground, had my hands. You see these ice puddles? They're kind of hard. You got to bang them, break them like pieces. He got me right down on the ground. He was crunching the ice open, busting the ice with my hand, with his foot. Oh, likely to say, Anyway, guys, here we go. It's a nice day. Nice day for a walk. I haven't posted on this channel for a long time, and I got to get posting again on it. It's been a long, hard winter. I'm glad it's almost over. Winter wears at you after a while, and after a while you get really bad cabin fever towards spring, and you want to get out and see some things. And of course, not quite that time of spring yet. It's early days. But it is nice out. Boy, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the world. United States' biggest trading partner, an ally. They're talking about joining the European Union. And China and Canada. China's saying, okay, what do you want? You want to trade with you? Everything's kind of caught in the middle right now. And they're going to be closing these roads soon. You see? See, I'm going to show you something. See my foot? Do you see how that ground is saturated because it's been frozen? And look. You see that vitreous action? Right there? Now that is ground that is full of stone. And when the frost comes over the ground, what happens is the ground changes. It becomes somewhat vitreous. And so heavy trucks, when they drive over a roadbed this time of year, it's kind of like this. See what I'm doing with my foot? And so they have to close the road right around now when the frost starts to come out of the ground. Probably next week to the big heavy trucks. To a certain tonnage, they close it because they can actually ruin the road. You see? The ice. We get the same climate here as you get down around New York, a little bit north of New York. Maine weather. Very similar to Maine. Of course, we're not very far from Maine. You know, you only have to get on a ferry and a few hours later and you're in Maine. Of course, they just go across the water. Now, see, remember last week I did a show on here and I did a walk like I'm doing right now? And that was all frozen over, that river. River's not frozen over any longer. Spring is springing. This grass, you'd be amazed. In about a week or two, they used to have a tradition here where they burn the grass in the spring. They don't do it so much anymore because I think they get in trouble. But see, that's how the grass gets. It's all brown and dried out from winter. And I'm going to tell you, it's only about a few weeks. Now, once the snow melts off the grass, it's only a few weeks until all that grass sprouts up and turns green again. It comes back really fast at a certain time of year. Oh, I love spring. My favorite time of year. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it. The moon's out right now. Hold the camera steady. You see it up there? Boy, what a good picture of the moon. Wish I had a telescope right now. Probably, I had a big dinner, you know. And I'm probably a little bit early to take a walk after having a big dinner. So I'm just walking kind of slow. My stomach's really full. I had apple pie, crunch apple pie, you know, with the crunch type apple pie that they make that's got the crunch topping on it. And I had a pork stew with peas, mushy peas in it, carrots, turnips. Boy, was that ever good. I had a lot of butter in it. Yeah. Ripples in that ice. I wonder how those ripples formed. Like little bumps everywhere. Maybe you guys can see them. Get the right angle. I wonder how those formed. Because water goes flat. Maybe the wind made the water ridge up, and then it froze as it ridged up somehow. I don't know. Look, somebody did. Some kid get in here, and he ran all around in there on the baseball diamond, and he's made an awful mess. You know, they're going to have to fix that. You know how they fix it? They got a thing they drag behind the truck. But because those are so deep, you're going to have to go over it and over it. It's going to take them hours to get all that out. Kids can be awful destructive, especially nowadays. Modern generation, they're raised with time out. What the heck is time out? I'll tell you what time out when I was a kid. When I was growing up, it was a big wooden spoon with a long handle on it. That's what time out was when I was a kid. I actually had the spoon broken over my rump before. But you know what the Bible says? The spirit of rod spoil the child. So, you know what's going on nowadays. Can't keep anything good in this modern society. Back to the car. cold wind's getting to me. Holding the camera with one hand, and that hand, the wind's hitting my fingers in that hand. This God, I'm gonna have to let go in a minute. Warm that hand up. I'll tell you what my hand feels like. It feels like if you reached inside the freezer and you grabbed a tray of ice and you held it for like 5 minutes. But you know me, I got a big heavy coat on. You know, I'm not getting that cold. Anyway, I thought I'd post a little something. Haven't posted on here in a while. You guys might enjoy it. See, it's not cold enough to freeze me out. My lock opens easy enough. Of course, the sun's hitting that side of the car. I used to get inside. Ooh, that wind making my nose run. Anyway, I'm going to have a gummy bear. And catch you guys later. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.